Hi Iron Lab training followers, welcome to our Tuesday nutrition series, and today we're going to be talking about light and diet foods. So one misconception that we find many people have is that if they eat light food, so like light dressing or light creamer, light cheese, any of those type of things, or a food that's labeled as diet, that somehow that kind of gives them a free ticket to eat as many or as much of that product as they want to. When in reality, just because it's light or diet does not mean that it's calorie free. It might be less calories, or they may use some type of sugar substitute, or they may use other substitutions to make it less calories, but it still has calories for the most part. There are some exceptions, some of like diet sodas or diet Pepsi, Coke Zero, those type of products do have 0 calories, but for the most part, most diet products do have calories. So let's look at a few examples that I have for you. Okay, so the first product I'm gonna put up here for you to look at the calories is your whole milk versus your fat-free milk. Okay, so over on this side, I'm going to put the whole milk label up here so you can take a look at it, and then on the opposite side, I have the fat-free. So you can see for the whole milk that it's 150 calories in 1 cup, so their serving size is 1 cup. And in the fat-free, it still has 80 calories in 1 cup, okay? So if initially you looked at the label and you said fat-free, in your mind, if you're thinking that's calorie-free, that would be inaccurate. You'd still be getting 80 calories for every cup that you drink of that. So if you drink a big cup, for example, this could probably fit about 3 cups inside of it, maybe even more, then you would be multiplying those 80 calories times 3 or 4. Okay, so for the next example, we're gonna use the International Delight sugar-free caramel macchiato coffee creamer. Up here is the sugar-free one, over here is gonna be your normal one. The sugar-free one is 20 calories per 1 tablespoon. The normal one, so the non-sugar-free, is 35 calories per 1 tablespoon. So again, just because it's sugar-free does not mean that it's calorie-free. So every tablespoon, which this is a tablespoon if you're measuring it, okay? This isn't a tablespoon. This surely is not a tablespoon, okay? There are 4 tablespoons in this 1/4 cup, and I'm willing to bet that some of you may use about this much creamer in your coffee. So your calories, I know Katrina talked about this in last week's episode. Your calories on that, if you're using a 35 calories per tablespoon portion size for one of those sugary creamers, 35 times 4. Another popular item is ranch dressing. So for 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing, you're looking at 130 calories. So remember, this is our measuring for 2 tablespoons. 2 of these is equal to 130 calories. If we go to our light option, so I'll put the regular option here, light option is going to be in this corner. Light option is going to be more than half, so 60 calories for 2 tablespoons in the ranch light salad dressing and topping. So that's a pretty good cut down, but again, not completely calorie free at all. You're still gonna get calories from that. And if you pour it on thinking it is calorie free and you're not measuring it and you're using this much, then you're still gonna be getting up there in the calories, probably looking at the 200 range for just your ranch dressing. So if you think about when you're at like a restaurant or something, they're usually gonna bring you, if you're lucky, maybe a one tablespoon or 2 tablespoon, like the actual serving, in maybe a little bowl. If you're asking for extra, then you're doubling that, the calorie intake. Mayonnaise. Some people love it, some people hate it. So for your Hellmann's real mayonnaise, in 1 tablespoon, you have 90 calories. In your light option, so light mayonnaise, you have 35 calories in 1 tablespoon. So if you're someone that really likes to slather that on your sandwiches, you're looking at 35 for the light option, 35 calories in this, and then your other option, 90 calories just in this 1 tablespoon of a condiment that's on your sandwich or mixed into one of your salads or however you use mayonnaise. Okay, another product that people like to use on their food to top it off, a lot of times on spicy food, Mexican food, all types of food, is sour cream. So for sour cream, the serving size on the label says it's 2 tablespoons, and in those 2 tablespoons you have 60 calories. For the light option, 2 tablespoons is 35 calories. So again, not fat-free and not calorie-free. Okay, the last product we're gonna look at is a Premier Protein Shake, and it's caramel flavored, 11 fluid ounces, and 1 shake is 160 calories. So one thing to keep in mind if you are gonna use one of these meal replacement shakes is that, again, it's not a diet shake or it's not a calorie-free shake. It has calories in it. So you have to track those calories. If you're gonna be successful at losing weight, then you have to be in a calorie deficit, as we said before. So make sure you're counting those 160 calories either in your tracker, your app, however you're doing that. If you're not using one of those protein shakes that's already made, and maybe you're making your own protein shake, you need to keep in mind that you need to look on the label, first of all, to see how many calories are in the powder itself. And then if you're gonna add milk or fruit or something to it, then each of those items are gonna be additional calorie intake. All right, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope that you enjoyed kind of learning about looking at labels, looking at portion sizes, and hopefully the biggest takeaway was that diet or light food does not equal calorie-free. So remember that when you're ordering food, you're buying products at the store, make sure you're looking at that label to see how many calories and how big the serving size is. And if you are trying to eat in a calorie deficit, it's important that you measure out that food because it's easy to get too much ranch dressing or too much Italian dressing or too much sour cream. Okay, when you're just eyeballing it, you're not gonna know exactly how many calories you're taking in. Have a good one, bye.